Welcome to the Endless Entrepreneurs YouTube channel. My name is Luke Henson, and I am a eBay seller, a real estate investor, and I also do consulting work in the corporate finance world. If you're new to my channel, I appreciate you stopping by for the first time. Per the title, we will be doing a haul video from stuff I picked up today at a local Goodwill. For those of you returning, appreciate the support as always. The format of these videos, I like to jump in and basically go through each item I picked up. I specialize primarily in men's clothing and shoes. So actually this one is just shoes and clothing. I have been expanding in electronics, but I didn't find any today, unfortunately. I only had time to hit one store, had a lot going on this weekend. I have some family coming in town tomorrow. I'm actually training my first person to do photos and descriptions for me for my listings. And so that first kind of interaction is tomorrow. So I've been prepping a lot of like the listing logs and different ways to use Dropbox and things like that. So I just had a lot of like moving pieces. So, but I did get to source one Goodwill, and that's what I'll share in this video. And I'll go through and talk about what I think they'll sell for, and hopes to show you some brands that you can use in your business. And if you're a reseller, hopefully you can grow that brand knowledge and it'll be valuable to you. We are live right now, so if you're watching this at a later date, that's why I'm interacting with the chat and people having questions. We will do Q&A at the end, but I like to jump in first and do the haul. Christy said that I'm late. She normally looks forward to my afternoon haul videos. And yeah, normally I would source in the AM. I'd hit 2, 3, 4 stores and then do a haul video early afternoon and then go on the rest of my Saturday. But today kind of got flipped on its head, had a couple of different things going on. And so here I am at 7:44 p.m. on a Saturday night. So let me jump in and see what we got in this first bag. These are no particular order. Once I find the receipt, actually it's right there. Let's show you how many items I got. I ended up spending it was $113 or $112, but I had a $10, two $5 credits because we have a loyalty program here in Charlotte now. So every $100 you spend, you get $5 back. So basically 5% discount. So I actually had 2 of them built up. So I only spent 102 when it was really 112. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 20, looks like about 24 items. So not bad, actually a little under $5 an item with that discount. So that's not too bad at all. I hate when they do the receipts like this in like long form. I wish they would just total the amount of each item, but it takes forever to count. All right, so let me jump in here. So I found 2 of these Tommy Bahama shirts, which I still pick up if the patterns are loud and they are 100% silk. So this is size large. It's like a bright green and blue. This is, like I said, it's a bright colorway. It usually does well. I love the floral pattern ones. They do the absolute best. The bigger sizes do even better. I stay away from the real bland ones. This was $3.99. All shirts are fixed price here in Charlotte. We are very fortunate for clothing. And I usually get between, like, I'd say 20 and 25 shipped for these. I can't take that back. I've been getting 25 shipped for anything with colorful patterns, and I've stopped picking up those kind of mute ones. So I still can get 25 shipped for these, even though the market is a bit crowded with them for sure. Here's another one, and this was like I don't know if you can tell from the shirt, but it's kind of like a light green olive with like a woven check in it. It was a real interesting pattern. Hopefully my camera can bring the colors out of it the right way with filters. But this one should do the same, similar to that other one, but 25 shipped hopefully. I don't find these shirts often. I've actually had one sit for a long time. I've had 2 sell for like $30 shipped, but they're Fender. So they're the Rock and Roll Religion shirts, and they usually have crazy embroideries on the back, like you can see here. This one happens to have cufflinks on it, like these metal coin that actually snap. Does a snap actually? Yeah. So you can see it's got metal snaps here for the cuffs, so almost like pseudo cufflinks. But this again, $3.99, somewhere between 25 and 30 shipped for this, I would say. Someone just asked if they can have this Under Armour jacket. Is this one you're asking about? I've had this thing for, man, I don't know. I found it thrifting down here like a year and a half ago, 2 years. I wear this all the time, so no, I will not give this up. Found 2 Ralph Lauren shirts, and I actually don't pick these up to sell by themselves anymore. I actually lot these together. I lot them in groups of 3 and try to sell them for like $45 to $50 shipped. So this was just 2 standard Ralph Lauren shirts. Market's pretty saturated of them by themselves. But when you can lot 3 of them together at $12 cost and a flat, I can fit 3 of them in a flat rate envelope without a problem. It's not too bad. And hey, Wade's in the chat. Everyone say hi to Wade. He's got a great YouTube channel, Instagram. You guys definitely should go check him out. He is absolutely crushing the shoe game right now. Has some awesome content. So I do have to say, give him a plug right now, shameless plug for sure, because he has some great content that I have benefited from. Actually, I enjoyed, Wade, your shipping setup you have now. I'm quite envious of with all of your supplies and setups. So it's pretty sweet. But let me keep chugging along here. Somebody just asked how much do I list 2 or 3 Ralph Lauren shirts for. Typically, like I said, I've been doing like anywhere from like 45 to 50 ship for 3 of them, depending on the size and the colorways. And then I would say for 2 of them, I probably would do like, I don't know, I would probably do like 35 ship for them. So this was interesting. This is a Miller Lite shirt. It was new with tags. It was white, no stains or anything. It is a women's. Sometimes this stuff does pretty well. Whether they're uniform shirts for the company or people just want to wear them, or a lot of times, actually, believe it or not, college kids like these for different parties and things that they go to wear for themed things. So I picked this up. It's $3.99. We'll take a shot. Try to get 25 to 30 shipped for it. Sabrina's in here. So yay, first live chat. Well, welcome in. Appreciate you stopping in. Here's a Brooks Brothers Regent fit non-iron. Now, so I still pick up Brooks Brothers shirts. It is a little crowded in the market. However, the non-irons still sell for me between $18 and $22 shipped without a problem. And I get them for $3.99. So it's like the lowest thing I'll sell pretty much in clothing. The slim fits I can get about up to 25 shipped for still. And if you find them with the fleece logo on them and they're real nice and non-iron, you can also get some pretty decent money, 25, 28-ish for those. And then this line right here is the Regent line. Always sells fast for me. I usually get solidly 23 to 25 shipped for these, just like a green stripe. And actually, let me show you the tag. I don't know if the camera will zoom in here, but having issues lately. But yeah. So yeah, Brooks Brothers is still a good brand if you know what you're looking for. Someone just asked, how much would you ask for the time of how much if it was new? I don't know. I'd have to do some research on the pricing, to be honest with you. I would just go to sold listings and just sort and do the normal research routine, honestly. I don't want to give you a price I don't know. I just haven't looked that up of late because I don't really find a lot of new with tags time of Bahama. All right. This is a Wilson's leather jacket. It's women's. It was flawless, and it has this, which is like the waist kind of tie off to it. I find these a lot, and it's missing this, and I usually pass on them, but this one literally was flawless. Jackets are $7.99. I've sold a couple of these between like $40 and $60 shipped. So I pick it up. These are definitely longer tail, and we're leaving the winter season. But this one was just literally, I could not find anything wrong with it, which is pretty rare. So I decided to pick that up and grab it. Yes, I am still charging shipping was a question there. I'm charging $6.99 on everything except for shoes. I charge $9.99. And my electronics, I'm charging between $24.99 and $29.99, depending on the weight of them for like my bigger console stuff. But yeah, just doing that flat price. I can fit 90% of what I sell in a flat rate cardboard envelope, which is why I picked the $6.99. So I have like a little 50-cent buffer there. And then it covers you when I have to go above it to like a regional or something like that because it won't fit. So someone just said, I know this question is late, but did all your friends and relatives get LL Bean pants for Christmas? No, they did not get LL Bean pants for Christmas. They all knew that I bought that, so I would have felt a little tacky if I did that. Robin said, nice to be joining live. It's been a while. Belated congrats to me and Shannon. Shannon is my wife, for those of you new there. We just got married in January. She keeps me in line, so I appreciate the congratulations. Thank you very much, and welcome. All right, let me keep chugging there. And feel free, like I said, drop questions in the chat. I'll grab them as I see them. Keeps it interesting as we go through here. Also have to give a plug right now. We'll have episode 2 of the Reselling to Real Estate series on Monday night. I've got some pretty awesome guests coming on that I'm really excited about. It specializes in Airbnb, has lots of expertise in growing a portfolio for Airbnb. So if real estate interests you at all, or if you just kind of perks your interest a little bit, or you want to stop by and say hi, really would appreciate you guys come by. It's going to be, I want to check the time right now. I haven't set it up. I think it's 8 p.m. Eastern, but let me double check so I don't give people the wrong time here. Sorry, guys. 8 p.m. Eastern time. So 8 p.m. Monday night, we're going to have an awesome show. Someone just asked why I'm not sending my electronics into Amazon. A lot of times I can't find remotes of them. A lot of times the wear and tear, like, I don't know. I used to do Amazon FBA. I'm a very much a process person. So like, to me, it's keeping it on one platform with the same listing process, same storage process. It's just easier for me right now. As that inventory grows, if it starts to make sense to send in a huge batch of them because they're just getting too hard to store, they're not moving fast enough, then maybe I'll do that. Right now, I've listed 12 total. I've sold 2 just in the last month. So, I mean, if I hold through that kind of sell through over the month, like I'm pretty okay with that. We'll see as it goes. If I find ones that make sense, great. I mean, but the fees are more expensive on Amazon. So even though the price is better, you still have to factor in that. So we'll just, I don't know. I don't have a lot of great reasons other than that I'm a very much a process person and it's not a huge piece of my portfolio. But yeah, so I hope that interests you. All right, so these are awesome. These are Prana. Those of you who are familiar with this brand, I believe these are. I think these are women. I think these are women's capris. I'm pretty sure they are. I'll have to double check. If they're not, they may be men's. They're size large. I'm not sure. If anyone knows in the chat or has a way to tell, I don't find Prana barely at all around here. But I have a new rack rolled out, and I just started sipping through it, and lo and behold, there they were. So I was pretty excited about that. Oops. Find a place for these. Hold on. All right. Found these 501s. And by the way, those someone just said it's women's. Great. That's what I thought. I'm not sure what those will sell for. I got them for $3.99. They gave me the slacks price on them. I'm going to guess they're going to be at least $30 shipped. Hopefully more. But I'm just not as familiar with the women's stuff. I know the new tags Prana I got in the bulk lot I just bought the other day from Blue Lots. That'll sell pretty like almost double that new. So I'm hoping about 50%. Found 501s. This is pretty much 501s, and then I like on the female side. I like the 524 2 super lows. These are really the only Levi's I pick up anymore. These are like mint condition, flawless. These have the button fly on them if you're not familiar with 501s. Pick these up for $4.99. I usually get about 25 shipped for these. Oh, Wade just dropped a huge super chat of $10. I appreciate that, Wade. Thanks for the support, man. I'm pretty sure that you've given enough super chats to me that I owe you a lot of shout outs regardless. So I think that I'm indebted to you for a while. But I'll give that same plug I gave earlier. Wade is a great, great contributor to the reseller community. I mean, people like him are actually why I love the reseller community. Is there's people who are just willing to share everything they're doing with you and help you grow your business. And he's just one of the most genuine ones out there. So, and Tanya's in the chat too, which is Thrifty Treasures. Sorry, should check out her channel as well. I mean, we got a lot of great content creators in the reseller community, and you definitely should be checking those out. Grow your knowledge, grow different areas that you're not used to selling in. It really makes a difference. So, thanks, Wade. Really appreciate that, man. Let's see. So this was probably the home run of the trip. Well, there's a couple of them. I've only found these one other time, and that's Naked and Famous is the brand. Not sure if you guys can see that. I'll show you the tag in here. But the other pair I found were black denim, and they were men's, and they sold for $85 shipped in like 8 hours of listing them. So I don't know. Hopefully the sell-through is the same for women's. I'm not sure. These were $4.99. No matter what, I am not going to lose with those. They're in like flawless condition. So pretty pumped. And yeah, someone just said that Wade's very generous with super chats. He is, and just like he's generous with his content, he's generous just giving back in general to the community. So really appreciate that, Wade. Here is Hudson, is another brand that I don't find very often here in Charlotte, but is definitely a home run type brand. I just sold a pair today. Ironically, I had a pair up, one of the few I found for like 2 or 3 months, and it sold for like $42 shipped today. So it was kind of ironic that I came across this and one other pair. These are like gray corduroys though. You can see Hudson. I've never found corduroys in them, like a stretch. They do have a little bit of a snag on the back, but nothing too major. Not sure what to expect from corduroys out of Hudson, but I would guess over $30 shipped without too much of a problem. All right. This was the first time finding these. They're pretty decent comps, it looked like. They're Re-Rock for Express. So they're definitely they're like a stitched dark blue denim jean. They kind of have the faded look on the front, a little bit of distressing. They're in great condition. The comps that I saw, and here's kind of the metal tag in the back. The comps I saw seem to be solidly at $30 ship for these. So they're pretty decent flip for $4.99. They're pretty lightweight. They probably would go first class. And yes, Melissa, that's a great thing you brought up there. Wade's been doing something which is really cool. He's been interviewing a lot of Instagram resellers and just resellers in general who don't necessarily have content distribution, so they don't have YouTube channels and things like that, but they just have a lot of great expertise, and he's bringing them into that fold, into this community, and really helping pull the knowledge out of them. It's a really, really awesome concept, and I mean, you should check out all the interviews he's doing. I know Glenn, who lives here in Charlotte. He's awesome. I actually just had lunch with him on Friday. He was just on his channel the other day. They had a great interview. But yeah, definitely checking out the stuff he's got going on. It's pretty fun. Someone just said, do you find many t-shirts where you are? Haven't noticed them too often in the pickups. They have plenty of t-shirts. I just don't take the time to go through them. For me, the 1 or 2 home runs I find, sorry, I've been doing hammer and chisel workouts and playing basketball now. We have 2 leagues twice a week, and I am just like, I'm finding myself so tired lately, which is good. I'm sleeping like a rock. I'm sleeping like 8+ hours every night, but I'm just like dragging now. But to answer your questions, I just don't find enough home runs that it justifies going through all of the t-shirts. I know there's definitely money in there, and it already takes me an hour in a thrift store now because I look at so many sections and go through so much, and I come out with 20 or 30 items that I just haven't expanded into t-shirts. Well, thank you, Melissa. I appreciate that. All right, these were Adriano Goldschmied. It's another brand that I like selling. I've actually been finding a lot of men's stuff lately of Adriano Goldschmied, but these happen to be women's. The line is the Endear. I think I pronounced that right, E-N-D-A-R. They've got a pretty cool pocket on the back. You know, the A with like some wings. I've never seen that before. These should do pretty well. These are probably, I'm going to guess that I can get probably 35 or 40 shipped for these, but we'll see. Each individual line with an Adriano Goldschmied sells very differently. The styles go up and down. They all sell decent, but like the styles really dictate whether they're home runs or not. So I've never found that one. I'll have to do the research, but I'm guessing from the pattern in the pocket that it might be a pretty popular one. Here is some Newa tags. I find quite a bit of Newa tags here in Charlotte. These are classic relaxed boot cut, $5.50. They are women's, 12 longs misses. Picked it up for $4.99. Not sure what these will sell for, but probably at least 25 to 30 shipped. Some of the lower end Levi's don't go that great, and they're actually pretty flooded with Newa tag stuff on eBay. So we'll have to see. And here is another pair of Hudsons. These are like a gray. They've got the flap lock or the flap pocket on the back. Here's your Hudson logo. And Hudson on the inside. And these are gray denim. They're in great shape. They're actually dry cleaned, which I don't see jeans dry cleaned very often, but they are. I'm going to expect easily over $40 ship for these. I'll probably shoot for 50 or 55, and if they happen, fall in the 40s, then so be it. All right, I have one more bag to get through, guys. So even though it was one store and kind of a smaller haul, it still was quite a bit of stuff. I'm going to hit another store tomorrow. I'm dropping off, like I said, a meeting. One of the cool things I'm trying to push myself to do this year is start to train up some people in the local area who want to make money on the side and work from home, and just get them to start doing pictures, like photographs and descriptions for me so they can do it on their own time. Actually going to be working with another reseller here in the area who's just kind of starting their business and picking up, and help them get some capital, teach them kind of how to, how I like to do photos, how I like to do stuff like that, and have that kind of exchange of value. So I've got that going. I'm going to meet them tomorrow and drop off a bin of stuff, which I'm really excited about. I'm looking forward to working with them. And I'm actually looking for one more person. So a little bit of a plug for any Charlotte resellers watching this. If it's something you're interested in, you're newer in your business, or you just want to learn more, or you just want a little extra capital on the side, I am paying by piece. You can do it on your own time weekly. So just feel free to hit me with a direct message on Instagram if it's something you're interested in. Looking for one more person. I'm trying to keep 2 people rolling at all times. So just let me know. All right. And so these are not your daughter's jeans. I've been starting to find these more frequently of late. I really hadn't found any at all. It's like 2 months ago. Each individual line goes a little different, but they solidly are $25 to $40 shipped, depending on the line, it seems like. For the ones I've been looking up, I'm not an expert in this brand yet. But we'll see how that goes. So either way, $4.99. I won't lose on these. Drummer just asked, are you picking up many women's jeans these days? Yeah, still tons of those were women's. Last probably 4 pair I showed you were all women. So, and I've been doing well with them. I am not. So somebody's at Thrifty Nickel just asked in the chat if I'm going to the Durham meetup. There is a meetup here in Durham, North Carolina. It's this next weekend, right? And to answer your question with that is no, I'm not. I believe the next weekend, Shannon is running a half marathon, and I need to be there to support her in that. She is in the process of doing marathon training. So our schedules are pretty packed to that. I originally was planning on going and then realized that our schedules got very separate at the beginning of this year because we had so much we were trying to juggle, and I realized that was conflicting. So unfortunately, I will not be there. I'm actually really bummed about it because I really wanted to see everyone. But I will do my best to be at the next one. Shannon's running a marathon in June, and then the rest of our year should free up quite a bit. But this first half is just weekends are a little chaotic. Someone just said, I would love, and I'm missing you guys too. I'm sorry. Hopefully you guys find lots of good stuff though. Melissa said, I would love if you document how you hire them and how it works out. I need help too. Yeah, and as the process goes, I'll try to document a little bit. I do want to respect the privacy, the people helping me, just because, I don't want to out that, but I'll at least talk about the process of how it's going and kind of how the workflow goes as I figure it out. The nice part is I'm just challenging myself right now to just test things, and as they don't work, to fix them, and to really rely on the people to give me feedback and efficiencies and make sure, because one of the things that I want to do is make sure that they're being benefited the right way, like that their time is being compensated properly. And so I'm trying to figure out what that appropriate piece rate is, help them get efficient in it, and I think it'll be good long term. So someone in the chat just said that Rockstar was suspended from eBay. I don't do drama on my channel. I don't do that. That if he did, that's his story to tell. So whatever that goes on, I'm sure that Casey will let us know what's going on with him. I just don't like to talk about stuff like that on my channel, just because it's everyone's own business, what they have going on. So, anyways, I'll keep finishing this haul. So David Kahn, this is the first time I've ever found these jeans. Most of them seem to be solidly 25 to 35 ships, depending on the line. We just put a video up. He said, "Okay, great. I just want to make sure. I'll have to watch that later. Actually, that stings. Hopefully, it was a short suspension." And so Melissa said, "Do you mind telling us what I'm thinking about paying for a piece?" Yeah, I don't mind. I'm pretty much going to be paying $1.50 a piece. So $1 for photos and 50 cents for the description. It's how I usually broke it down. That's how I've done it in the past. I had a friend who used to do it, and he was pretty easily able to get 12 to 15 of them done in an hour, which ends up being a pretty decent hourly rate. I think that's worth someone's time. But again, he was also a reseller, so he was pretty efficient. If I need to, really the big thing is to see if anyone who picks it up can do just as efficiently, and if not, I may have to adjust that up or down based on helping someone else. So I think that's a fair one, though. Anytime you can help someone to make 15 to 20 bucks an hour, I feel like that's a decent compensation to do something on the side in their own time. But everyone's got their own thing and whether it works for them or not. But these David Kahn jeans, I think that I don't know how well they sell. I just know that the solds look decent. So we'll see on the sell through, kind of to be determined on those. And no, and that's fine. Melissa, I do appreciate all these questions actually, because I think they're really important. She's asking if I'm going to use Ink Frog for the other person I'm training up to do my photos and stuff, and I will not. What I'm doing, the way I like to do it is they do photos and the descriptions like in a spreadsheet and just add them to Dropbox. So I'll have like a Dropbox folder. And then that way I can draft the listings from the photos and the descriptions. I basically have the fields how I want them so I can do the listing. And that way I do the listings and set the pricing and all that. And it's easier that way. And then I just pick up the bin of stuff at the end of the week, drop it off, meet them once a week to exchange bins. And it's already packed, ready to go. It goes in my inventory, and then I can do my listing. So that's the plan at least. I've got two or three more things to get through here, and then I'll do a little more Q&A. So these are Izod new tags. They're 40 by 32 metrics fit. I find a lot of this stuff too, a lot of kind of the mall brand new tag stuff. $3.99, so you really can't beat it. These will probably go for $25 shipped, especially because they're 40 by 32. They're a little bigger of a size. And then again, same thing here. These are dress pants. They're I think it's Savane 7, Savane, however you want to pronounce that. These are like they're like a non-iron comfort waist. I guess the color technically is shark skin, but they're big and tall. They're 44 by 30. These bigger sizes seem to do well. Again, in these for $3.99, probably 25 to 30 ship for them. They can be a bit longer tail, but they do sell, and they're worth it at that $4 price point for me. All right. I appreciate that, Melissa. Yeah, we got about 44 watching. If you guys don't mind hitting that like button, I know we were up around 60 for a while. If you can hit that like button, it just really lets YouTube know that the content's valuable, and I appreciate that. And yes, I do get a lot of good stuff with new tags. I've said all the time here in Charlotte, like we are super fortunate with clothing prices. I mean, I don't know how long it's going to last for. I think it's going to last for quite a while because they can't keep up with the supply of donations coming in. Whereas in other places, they price higher because they don't have this normal volume. Here in Charlotte, it's such a growing city. The salaries are so high. With all the new jobs pouring in for banking, people are relocating. I have 20,000 new people relocating here every year for like the last 10 years or something like that. Pretty much since like 2 years after the real estate class. So what was that, 8 years? So, I mean, I think the amount of donations coming in are just keeping the clothing prices low because they just need to keep turning their inventory. So we're very, very lucky. They've started to do a little more like kind of like the showcase love items behind the counter, but not a ton. And they just don't know the brands well enough to keep up with it. So got to soak it up while it's good here. These are Italian Bahama jeans. They're classic fit. They are men's 32 by 30s, and they're like a really dark blue. I think these will do really well. They're fantastic shape. Usually get $30 to $40 shipped for these, depending on the line. I'll probably price them at like $33.99 plus my $6.99 to ship, and just see how they do. And then this is the last two items here, last clothing item here. These are Nike Dry Fit or Nike Tour Performance, actually, so these will do even better. Navy blue golf shorts. I know that it just got real blurry, sorry. These are size 42. I just sold a pair of beige ones with a little bit. Actually, the beige ones had a little bit of flaw on them, and they sold for 25 ship. I'll probably push for 30 ship for these, especially since they're size 42. And I'm in those for $3.59. Shorts are. It's a really odd price, $3.59. I don't know why they picked that, but that's what shorts are. And these are the last ones. Actually, it's the second pair of Echo flats I've found in the last like 2 weeks. These are in like mint condition. They're brown. They're like a little bit of a suede with some indentations you can see in there with the patterns. They're in fantastic shape. You look at the soles. $4.99 are all my shoes. Probably get $30 to $35 for these, hopefully shipped. So just a decent little turn there. Nothing huge. But that's what I found. One store today. I'm going to hit one more store tomorrow, and that's probably all my sourcing for this weekend, unfortunately. I'm going to hit it hard. During the week, I'm going to hit at least one store. Melissa just asked if I sell a lot of shoes. I don't. I've been trying to list more and more. I've been trying to do a little retail arbitrage here and there. I've actually sold 2 pair of new shoes this week that I sourced at Marshall's. It was basically like a $22 purchase for each of them. I flipped them for about $50. So not like huge, but I'm trying to get more and more into that. I think we have a lot of shoe sellers in the area here in Charlotte. That's the one niche that is pretty saturated, and so they get canvas quite frequently here. It seems like in the stores. So I just don't. I'm not as knowledgeable in shoes. I don't have as big of a knowledge of brands, so I think I pass over a lot of stuff, unfortunately. So Aaron said just bought his first blazer jacket, Ralph Lauren Macy's wool, like $2. Oh, nice. That'll be a decent flip. All right, I will take a couple questions if anyone has them. Otherwise, I have quite a bit to get done tonight before family gets here tomorrow. Got a little bit of cleaning to do, a little bit of listening to do, and got to get that bin of stuff ready to drop off tomorrow. So any other questions, drop them in. Otherwise, I'm going to wrap up, and I will be back on Monday night. I may even squeeze in a video tomorrow morning. We'll see, but no promises. Just doing a February wrap-up. That one will likely come Tuesday or Wednesday of next week. But February was an awesome month for me, guys. I almost doubled my sales from January, so I'm really excited to share those results with you. It's really been starting to work. The model's starting to work, so I'm excited. Yes, I do sell shirts, someone asked. All right, guys. I don't see anything else coming in. I'm going to wrap up. hit that like button on the way out for me. If you have any questions, you always can drop them in the comments. I'll try to get back to you, or you can just direct message me on Instagram. I usually reply pretty quick on there. Hope you guys have an awesome weekend and find lots of great stuff out there. We'll talk soon.